Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or if you're new, welcome. We're gonna get back into more Amberlynn and Reid content. We are back for part 2 of the Q&As, which, thank God, there's only 4 parts, because we have already dealt with so many Q&As from Amber, and I got another one to do with the retro react, so, you guys got a lot more Q&As coming. That being said, we are going to get into it and see what, disaster situation Amber's gonna be cooking up.
Hey guys, welcome to a new video. Welcome to part 2 of a 4-part series where I answer 100 of your questions, 25 questions per part.
Our girl can do simple math, guys.
So the reason why I'm doing this 4-part series is because I promised you guys that I would upload every other day, but I'm going to be busy for the next 10 days, so I'm not going to have time to edit, but I will have time to film. So these videos are going to help keep the schedule up, get you guys content, and for me to keep my promise.
So in other words, it's lazy content. I'm also guessing since the next 10 days are going to be busy, Emily is probably coming down for another visit, because with Amber, she doesn't really have anything in her schedule to be busy with other than occupying her time with her partner. So I highly doubt it's going to be anything other than Emily coming to visit again.
I also want to do a disclaimer. I got these questions from several different social media platforms where I said, hey y'all, I am doing a Q&A, send me in your questions. All right, let's get into it. First one is, did you finish the jar of poisoned olives?
I mean, honestly, at this point, we all know that Amber's just sending questions into herself, things that people would presumably be interested in, but it's like, dude, we don't care. We honestly don't care. Obviously, they weren't off, they weren't poisoned, they weren't tampered with, they're just olives. Eat them, don't eat them, like nobody cares.
So as you guys know, I was having anxiety because my new thing of olives didn't pop and it's
Amber, girl, I just don't care. It's like 11 o'clock, I've been out all day, my social battery is drained. I do not care about your anxieties right now.
Have you ever ridden a bike? Oh yes, when I was a kid, I was always outside. I really wanted to escape my home, let's be real. I swam, I rollerbladed, roller skated, I would ride a bike. I had a scooter, I had an electric scooter at one time. Well, it wasn't electric, it ran on gas. Is that electric? I don't know. Then I started doing dances and dancing routines, and I was part of dance groups. I did sports. Soccer, softball, like I was always outside. You wouldn't think so now because look at me. But yes, riding a bike was definitely part of that.
I'm kind of confused about the inconsistency of her story, because this is also the same time in which Amber said that she grew up only wearing one shirt. Like, you don't think your parents would buy you more clothing instead of buying you rollerblades or roller skates or bicycles, gas scooters, and all these other things? Like, it doesn't make sense to me, because how on one hand you had to wear one shirt for years, and yet on the other hand you had money for gas scooters? Like, anyone else see the kind of the weird situation going on right now?
What's your nationality? So on my dad's side, Polish and Irish. On my mom's side, Portuguese and French.
God, haven't the Irish suffered enough? Like, Amber, leave them alone.
Would you ever try being vegan again? No, absolutely not. Because I would fail. I would not be able to be satisfied. I'm just being 1000% honest. Call me selfish. It is selfish. I just won't be able to do it. I know that I won't.
I mean, honestly, yeah, that's a stupid question. Like, why would you even bother going vegan again? Because you did it for, what, 2 weeks, ate a bunch of Oreos, and then called it a day. Like, obviously she was never going to be vegan.
What's your least favorite Billie Eilish song?
Again, don't care.
Do you still spray Pam on the food? So if you guys don't know, years ago, I was making some salmon. I seasoned it like a normal person, sprayed some Pam on top.
Oh, hell no, Amber. You did not season it normally. You covered it in pepper and garlic salt to the point where it was next to inedible, and then you sprayed Pam on it.
What I considered like a normal person. It literally became a meme because I sprayed some Pam, which is oil, on top of my salmon where people add oil. At the time, I just didn't have liquid oil. So I sprayed oil on top, which I thought was normal. People were going crazy. And still to this day, people literally go crazy about this, saying I don't know how to cook. Why would someone spray Pam on top of food? Like, just hecticana stuff.
The reason why I personally don't like it, and I can't really speak for anyone else when I say this, is because I don't like the taste of spray oils, and Amber coating it with a spray oil is going to give that weird chemical taste that comes along with the sprays. Where if you cover it in olive oil and use aromatics, seasonings, and like garlic and stuff like that, it's going to make it taste better, enhance the flavors. And yes, you can get pan with certain variant tastes, like you can get olive oil, avocado, and stuff like that, but it's more so the chemical aftertaste that leaves that weird, just gross, unnatural taste of the food that I don't like. So that's the reason why I don't necessarily like it, and I think it's kind of stupid that Amber would want to cover her food in that stuff, because, dude, that's not a good taste. It's horrible. Where I think it's more so her idea is just trying to make the fish crispy instead of tasting good.
If I'm watching a vlog, you know how many times I have seen someone spray Pam on top of salmon, on top of chicken, on top of all kinds of stuff that they put in the air fryer, and no one says anything, but yet I was attacked, and I'm still being attacked for it years later. It's hectic.
Again, it just has that weird chemical taste, and even if someone else does it, like, why would you want to do it too? It's that weird argument of, well, if someone jumps off a bridge, are you also going to do it because they did it? It's just, it's such a poor argument from her.
But to answer your question, the answer is no, simply because I haven't made any meals where I had to do that. But yeah, it's kind of just such a weird thing to like make fun of someone for. I don't know. Have you ever been electrocuted? So one time that I do remember for real, I was living in Virginia. There was a horrible storm happening. I was watching YouTube on my laptop, but my laptop was about to die. So I had it plugged into the wall. And while I was watching my laptop, I had headphones on, but that was when I didn't have like the whole wireless situation going on. So there was a wire. So it went headphones.
Oh my god, Amber, you don't have to explain it to us like we're idiots. Just get to the point. Yes, you had headphones into the laptop was into the charger was in the wall. Like, we all get this. We don't need it spoon-fed to us. My god.
Hits the house right next to where my laptop is charging, and I'm telling you, I was zapped. I literally was zapped. My girlfriend at the time was like, oh my god, are you okay? I don't understand. Like,
now, to some people, this does sound far-fetched, but it is very much true. This can happen. This has happened to a family member of mine. Not an uncle, but my mum's uncle. So I don't know what relation he is to me. I'm not even going to bother looking it up, but it has happened before. So it is very much a true thing, just very unlikely to happen.
maybe my brain got fried that day, and that's why I'm so like hecticana. You know what? That actually makes a lot of sense now that I think about it.
Oh, yes, another thing to add to the list. All right, so Amber has ADHD, she has BPD, she has OCD, OCPD, childhood trauma, possibly sometimes on and off ED, ASMR. It was nearly fatal, but somehow she survived the ASMR, and now she's clinically brain dead from being hit by lightning.
But yeah, I was electrocuted for real, for real. I don't know how like I came out okay. Or am I okay? Maybe I'm not.
Yeah, Amber, no, you're not. Not even close to being okay.
It genuinely scared me. When is the last time you watched a mukbang? I haven't watched mukbangs in easily 2 years plus. It's just not something that interests me anymore.
I mean, yeah, like, why watch other people eat when you could do it in the bedroom with your girlfriend?
When and what was the last thing you asked ChatGPT? Oh boy, I don't even remember. It's been a minute. I think a couple weeks ago, I asked it like a saying because I heard someone say something and I was like, what does that mean? Sometimes you can Google these things, but like I'm telling you, ChatGPT will just downright tell you exactly what it means. While Google, it's kind of like speculation. ChatGPT just tells you straight.
I'm not even going to dignify that with a response.
Is Tommy a good kisser? Oh yes, one of the very best.
Amber, you sound like a virgin.
Would you ever go on a cruise? You know, that used to be something that I actually genuinely wanted to do, but I don't think I would. Something about being in the middle of the ocean for that long, it gives me the same feeling of like how I feel claustrophobia would feel like, but it's not claustrophobia. It's like a different feeling. It's like, I would feel so stuck, and that scares me. I don't like that.
All right, let's get a couple things straight, shall we? First and foremost, a phobia is described as an irrational fear or extreme aversion to something. Like, you're describing a phobia. Also, claustrophobia does not even make any sense because that's a fear of enclosed spaces, not being stuck. That's something else differently. Agoraphobia is open spaces and public transport, and what you're describing is thalassophobia, which is a fear of open waters or being stuck in open waters. So, three wildly different things. Like, you're out here playing basketball, meanwhile, the rest of us are playing tennis.
How much did you weigh when you were born? I actually weighed 6 pounds, 6 ounces, so I was a little one.
Great, that's another thing me and Amber have in common. We were both pretty small babies, and then we both got fat. Some of us bigger than others.
Do you still talk to any of your exes? I do not talk to a single ex-girlfriend. Nope.
Yeah, but that's not because of choice, Amber. That's because you've been forced out of their relationships and their lives.
What is your favorite sweet treat? A Tootsie Roll or Jamocha Almond Fudge milkshake from Baskin Robbins. Like, oh my god, so good.
I mean, I was gonna say anything that Emily chooses to hand feed up, but like, I guess that's good enough.
What shows have you watched recently? Don't come for me. I am watching Beast Games on Prime. The first 3 episodes have been posted on there and it's definitely highly entertaining. I've also been watching Jersey Shore Family Vacation, Grey's Anatomy, but I think they're on like a little bit of a break. I think that's it.
I can't really say anything for sure, but I've heard like a lot of different controversies with Mr. Beast right now. So like, I don't know if it's a good idea for her to bring him up, especially talking about his show, because there's just a lot going on right now. And like, Amber's probably doing it because she knows that it's kind of controversial, but dude, just stay away from that minefield.
If you could only pick one perfume to use for the rest of your life, which one would you pick? Bright Crystal by Versace.
But what is the point of picking the same questions? It's probably because, like, even though she got thousands of questions, probably not thousands, it was definitely hundreds, because, like, before the current situation with the cookie crumble video, it was about like 500-600, and then as soon as that video came out, it went to like 1100 on YouTube, I'm pretty sure, and like Instagram got a lot more. So most of them would probably be about the cookie crumble video or Rarity, so she doesn't have much of a choice other than those 2 things to pick from. So it's going to be kind of like, oh, Beck, Wifey, Erica, Alexis, and she doesn't really want to talk about those things, so she's going to be like, oh guys, here's my perfume, oh guys, like I was electrocuted once, oh guys, this is what I used to eat as a child. Like, those are going to be the kind of pointless questions because she doesn't want to answer the rest of the questions.
How do you handle all of the hate without getting depressed or going crazy? I'm used to it.
Honestly, she loves it because at this point in time, no matter what she does and no matter how good of a person she will be, a lot of people are still going to hate her, so she could just stay being a bad person, and that justifies not changing. Like, oh, no matter what I do, I'm always going to get hate, so therefore I'm just going to be me. And she has said that multiple times now. Like, I'm just going to do me, and if people don't like that, that's their issue. And so that's her justification for being the bad person she is.
And I've gone through a lot in my life. I used to hate the saying, what makes you stronger?
Oh, there's a brain damage kicking in.
I was about to say what makes you stronger doesn't kill you. That's not right. I used to hate the saying, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, but it's genuinely true.
Yeah, I mean, that only defines certain things, though, because, like, you can have a heart attack, you can have a stroke, you can have cancer. Those things can potentially kill you, but if you do survive, they're definitely not going to make you stronger.
I really like that saying also, like, what is chaos for the fly might not be chaos for the bee. Something like that. It's totally true. Some people can handle really hard things better than others. And I feel like in certain cases, the smallest thing, like, could really trigger me. But, like, really big things, like every day being harassed online, I don't know. I think I'm just numb to it. It doesn't make it okay. It doesn't mean I want it to continue. But it just means the pain from it, it has been so constant that my body is actually used to it. And that's pretty sad.
Amber, what the hell are you trying to say? Because, like, you're acting like you're Bane from Batman for some shit like that. Like, I was born in the darkness, molded by the darkness, shaped by it. Like, no, calm down. You're becoming numb emotionally and mentally, not physically, because that's not a thing. Also, if you're in the reaction channel's DMs and in their live streams and also in their public chat where you're on burner accounts, hating on them and attacking them, then no, you're not actively over the hate. You're not numb to the hate because you're only just doing it to the ankle today, if I'm not mistaken, or yesterday, depending on time zones. So like, where exactly is being used the hate if you're using fake accounts to attack the reaction channels?
Are you ever going to do mukbangs again? Because I miss them. Honestly, I'm not sure. My answer used to be a flat out no, but in this moment, I don't know.
I mean, that's awfully convenient. It went from a hardcore no to you dating a feeder to your content being released, and now someone's selling your content who is potentially your girlfriend, and now you're okay with wanting to do mukbangs again? That's one big coincidence. That's almost as coincidental as the fact that me and my best friend in high school happen to like guys, and yet we spent every single day with each other, also sleep over each other's houses every single day. But we were only just friends.
Trisha Paytas says she loves to lie and does it all the time. Why do you think people accept her serious lies but get so mad at your white lies? Hey, who said that I was white lying over here?
Oh yeah, that's absolutely true. Like Amber doesn't do white lies. Like she likes to break out the hardcore stuff, like false accusations, because like that's the type of girl she is. Go big or go home, am I right?
No, but I actually know exactly what you're talking about because I watch every single one of her podcasts on times two speed. I have to. Oh,
I don't really know much about Trisha Paytas other than the fact that she's like an airhead blonde and very just, you know that she's a train wreck. And I think I know what Amber is going to say. Amber is going to say, well, it's because it's trendy to hate me, but not trendy to hate her because like she's more popular than I am or something like that. Or maybe fat phobia or who knows. It really comes down to the fact that you try to paint yourself as a good person, where the things that I have seen of Trisha Paytas, she's very straightforward with the things that she says. Like, she's like, oh yeah, I'm a train wreck. Oh yeah, I'm like this type of person. I like to lie and stuff like that. That's the reason. People know her for what she is, so they're just going to take it at face value. And if you're going to support her, you're going to support her. Where you try to paint this fake picture of being a good person, but you're not. You're a terrible person pretending to be a good person, and that's why people call you out.
okay. I think I was saying that like I watch all of Trisha Paytas's podcasts on times two speed. I watch everything on times two speed. Like I literally can't. My attention span is not good. But yes, I have peeped her saying that she lies. She lies for fun. She lies to everyone. She lies this, and like people love to lie. And like she's even had guests on her show that's like, yeah, I lie too. It's like so fun. And like no one says anything about it. And I'm like, this is weird. I genuinely believe it's because it's trendy not to like me.
Oh my good gosh, who would have thought Amber was going to say the same thing she has said 100 times over? Surprise. Of course, obviously not. That being said, Amber, it's not really that much of a trend, it's just criticizing your actions. Again, you paint yourself to be a certain person, which you're not, so it's going to annoy people even more than someone just lying the same way that Trisha Paytas does. She pretty much puts it out there, she's a train wreck. You are manipulative, you're a liar, and you're very vindictive. That's three things that compared to the one thing, so people are going to criticize you harshly or even more harsh than Trisha Paytas. It's simple math.
It's trendy to say the meanest comment in the comment section or the funniest, meanest comment. But with Trisha Paytas, like she's trending right now. People are forgetting that she still does things that are controversial and she still says things that are very controversial. One of them being like, yeah, I lie all the time. Yay me. Like, that's weird. But I think the internet really holds on to something and that is what they go with. But it is very tiring to constantly compare myself and have other people compare myself because no one sees me. You know what? I'm not going to say no one because I'm speaking in absolutes, which I need to not do that. So let me rephrase that. I am learning. I am trying to be better over here. What I was trying to say is there is a lot of people who genuinely do not view me as human. They don't.
Oh my god, Amber, no, people are not dehumanizing you. People aren't out here acting like this, okay?
Holy shit, it's Bigfoot!
So it's easy for them to like literally think that I'm lying about everything and they don't want to believe what I'm saying or they don't want to accept the fact that I also am a human who is currently experiencing human experiences right along with y'all.
Dude, I am way too tired for this shit. Like, I am confused about anything and everything. Like, yes, you can have human experiences and also be a liar. Like, yes, Amber, you are very much a liar, and just because someone else lies doesn't excuse your lies.
So no matter how much I like compare and like be like, yeah, we're all human and this is what we do and like everyone is treated differently based on like how they look and what the internet wants and what's trending on the internet, nothing I say matters. So let's move on to the next question.
No, Amber, you don't just get to say that and move on. You can back your ass all the way up. You don't just go to be like, oh, well, everybody's human, so therefore we just need to move on. Next question. You have falsely accused someone of a serious crime. That is the type of stuff you have done. You have put your hands on your partners and admitted to doing so and bragged about it on the internet. You have stolen money from cancer patients. Do not say that everybody does stuff like that, because no, we don't.
What did Tommy get you for your birthday? She made my ultimate dream come true. She got me Billie Eilish tickets, and it was absolutely incredible. And then I woke up on my birthday with a surprise. My favorite roses, red roses with baby's breath. Like, it was just like the sweetest.
Dude, this girl is so goddamn basic.
When you are doing cameos, how many requests do you get a week? I would say around 25, because I would say I average getting about 3 a day, sometimes more, sometimes less, but we're just gonna say with like 25, which I feel like is so much. You guys are so amazing. Like, that is so sweet. I'm definitely gonna be opening my cameos again soon. I just didn't have the energy to do it while doing Vlogmas, and just a lot was going on in my life, but they will be open soon, don't you worry.
Oh my god, imagine being so goddamn lazy. Like, I can't do a 5-minute video and 3 60-second videos for like $80 a pop. Like, it's just, it takes too much energy.
Are there any reaction channels that you think purposely try to portray you poorly? Of course. Every single one. I don't even know why they're called reaction channels, because it's like, yeah, they are reacting, but they're only reacting in like a negative way. Like, they're only trying to find things that are negative to say.
Yo, I can assure you, I don't need to find anything. I literally just say the first thing in my mind, sometimes the second thing, because the first thing is too bad for me to say on YouTube, so I have to censor myself, but sometimes I'll just say the second thing. And I'm a nice person when I want to be. Definitely emphasis on the wannabe, because I know I'm a prick a lot of the times. But usually I will give you the benefit of the doubt, or I'm willing to give you like a little bit of graciousness. The same thing with Foodie too. You're both horribly shitty people, but I'm still willing to give you that leeway when you are doing the right thing. For the most part, you're just terrible people doing the wrong thing, and we criticize you accordingly.
And I think a really good example of that is like, you know, you watch me do normal things. Like, I spend Christmas with my family and we're making bags for the homeless, and reaction channels are just like nitpicking every tiny little detail, that it no longer becomes like a true authentic reaction. It's like you're purposely trying to find negative things in my videos. It's like a scavenger hunt. It's like a word search. It's like a hidden image game. It's like, how quick can I find something horrible to say about Amberlynn? It's just, yeah, they're purposely trying to portray me in a bad light, and it works.
But here's the thing, Amber, we don't have to paint you in a negative light because you do it all on your own. We're simply just pointing out your actions and the way you say and do things, and people agree with us because they also see the pattern too. And you can say like, well, I was trying to help homeless people, but you weren't though. At most, you may have paid for some things, but that's it. And like, yeah, sure, paying for things is a good thing. I'll give you that if you did do those things. Not saying you did, but if you did pay for some items, awesome, that's a good thing. But you didn't pack the bags, you didn't pick the items, you didn't hand the bags out, you didn't drive to the people that were homeless, you didn't do any of the things that necessarily could be seen as actually helping the homeless. You filmed it, you added it to your video, and you're like, we did this, which there was no we in the video, and that's what most people are saying. You're saying we, but you didn't do anything. Also, you could say like, oh, you know, people are saying I was talking about my mom in a certain light, because you were. You say things in such a, like, not a condescending way, but just a very emotionless way that makes you seem almost arrogant, condescending, or just flat out rude.
Like, I have never seen anything like it in my life. And if a reaction channel says nice things about me, even just one slight nice thing about me, or like takes my side, their community gets upset with them.
Again, I can't really speak for most people's communities, but for mine, a lot of people are willing to give you the benefit of the doubt and actually like the fact that I also do the same thing. They say that I'm very even-handed with my criticism, which sometimes I think I'm a little bit harsh, but most people say, no, like, you have some jokes, but for the most part, you're actually very respectable, which I don't see that, but thank you. That's actually genuinely kind. And a lot of people are very supportive of me doing the right thing and saying the right thing. So, like, again, thank you for that. Like, I can't say that for every community or for every person, but for the people that I have, they're genuinely respectable people, and they also have very even-handed critiques as well. So, I don't know, maybe some people are like that, but for the people in my community, definitely not.
How do you feel about people supporting Alex is Shook's absence, but they freak out when you don't post for a few days? It's easy to support someone that a lot of people support, but publicly, people don't really support me. They don't really support my decisions. They do privately. Like, I get so many sweet DMs and I'm so grateful for each one, always am. But like publicly, I don't look like a very supported girly pop, I'll tell you that. But I think that's a reason why like I live in my Delulu land, because I am so supported like behind the scenes in my private DMs. Like it's crazy. So I kind of like live there. I live in my little Delulu land and I like to stay there. I kind of like pay rent there. I just moved furniture in, like I'm having fun over there, okay? But publicly, it's easier to be like, oh, Alex Ashok hasn't posted for a month. Well, we all love him, so we all have to support that decision. But like, if I'm gone for a few days, it's Amberlynn is so lazy. Like she can't even do her job. Imagine if she had a real job and she did this, like her boss, oh my God, she would be fired.com. It's just a bunch of hypocrisy. What? What is a hypocrisy? Holy moly, what? Yeah.
I'm just gonna stop it right there. Like, I'm pretty sure right here, right now, if I was willing to go over to their videos and check them out, I'm pretty sure that their videos are gonna be a lot more detailed, a lot more effort, more time, just overall better quality, and they post more often than you do. I apologize, I'm way too tired right now for this bullshit. That being said, Amber, you on the other hand half-assed your job when you had a job and you quit after a couple weeks, so you can't do a normal job. And the job that you have right now, you don't even do it right because you're not even making the proper time limit in order to do the job. And you're now just doing Q&As, which is the most basic thing with no editing. So where exactly is the well, why do I not get support? Because like you're undeserving of the support. They are genuinely a good person that puts effort into their work and their job. They deserve a break. You don't. How is it that I'm half asleep and yet I'm both more intelligent and more entertaining than Amber is?
I'm just gonna blame that on when I was electrocuted. It's a lot of people being hypocrites.
Yeah, it's definitely the electrocution, not the time in which you picked up mommy and daddy's candy and decided to swallow it.
It's a lot of people contradicting themselves, and that's just how it is in this community. I mean, I don't know what to say about it. But I would like to say, as much as I do not like Alex, I have not watched his content in the longest. Like, I'm good off of that. He leaves a very bad taste in my mouth. And once that happens, I kind of want nothing to do with you. But I will say publicly, I hope that he is okay and whatever he is going through.
But please, Alex's shook would never slip that low to be anywhere near your mouth.
I hope it gets figured out soon. How do you feel about people who fetishize your body? So the word fetish low-key confuses me. So let me go to like the google.com. Fetish definition. Please tell me because I am in confusion. So the definition of fetish is a form of sexual desire in which gratification is strongly linked to a particular object or activity or a part of the body other than sexual organs. Okay, so what that says to me, if you prefer someone of a certain body type.
Look, girl, careful, you're getting too close. You don't want to throw those allegations out there, no, do you? Because someone's gonna get thrown under the bus. All I can think about right now is like Emily watching the video and sweating bullets. She's probably like pulling a Dexter and she's like, oh my God, she knows. She knows I'm the Bay Harper feeder.
And that is what you are sexually attracted to. That's considered a fetish? I'm a little confused by it.
Well, go ask the Bay Harper feeder. She'll explain it to you.
So if someone prefers my body type, that makes it a fetish, right? According to you, the person who asked this question. So does that mean if the next Joe Schmo in line prefers someone of the skinny nature, does that mean that's a fetish for them because that is what they prefer sexually? I think anyone.
A fetish is something that is also abnormal, so if you are of abnormal weight, so if you're severely underweight, then yes, that indeed would be a fetish. Of course, the Bay Harper feedie here is not going to be able to understand that, and she's going to just say fat phobia.
Should be able to look at any body type in the whole entire world and be like, that is what I prefer, without judgment. Whether they are tall, short, skinny, fat, Chunky doesn't matter. I think it is highly unfair that people like to say that the only way a fat person can be sexually liked is if it is a fetish. It's just obscene to me. That means any old skinny Jan or Mary over there, if that is someone's preferred, does that make them a fetish?
How does she read the definition and still misunderstand it? Like, dude, you read it word for word and still don't understand.
The whole topic is just like really weird to me, but I like to look at the gray area, and that's what I just gave you. But if we're just doing black and white and you're genuinely asking me, how does it feel to be fetishized? Like, because there are supposedly people who fetishize me. Feels great. Feels wonderful.
God, she had the most brain dead take. Like, no matter what she said, it would have been anything better than this. Like, dude, you couldn't have had a worse take if you tried.
All right, you guys. So that is the end of part 2. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in part 3 soon. Bye.
Alright guys, let's go to the end of the video. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank God I did Foodie's video before I did Amber's video, which usually it's the other way around, but I don't know what it was. I was like, I want something different. I want to do Foodie's video today. Thank God we did, because we're only halfway through this, and I'm already done. I am so done with Amber's shit right now. That being said, again, thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully get to see you lovely people in the next one. Bye-bye.